Surprise, motherfucker!
Night City is a bad place filled with bad people. Scavs stealing life support cyberware and leaving the previous owner for dead. Maelstrom, a gang known for stealing and getting said stolen goods by any means necessary. If only we had a hero whose armor is shining from its plot protection and can wrap the bad people, and only the bad people, in his favorite plastic wrap. I guess tonight's the night. Can you beat Cyberpunk 2077 in a cargo box? So, as character runs tend to get, this run very quickly went off the rails rules-wise, so I'll just be bringing them up when they come into play. Very quick, like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and trying to get more subs and BetterHelp because I hate BetterHelp, and I will do the funny dumb thing if my channel has more subs than BetterHelp before the end of the year. And if for some reason you're not getting my videos and you recommended, I also post a tutorial in Blue Sky for every upload. That's it. I'm sorry. Video time. Night City Boy is made, getting to suffer as I try and make a Morgan or Dexter, with at least some calming banter with a fella.
It's so well made, dude. I don't know how this is free.
His PC got hacked later that night. I need the where's the thick eyebrows at? Stat lineup is gonna be a little weird, as Dex can't really use his intelligence despite his intellect, but cool reflex and body will be as paramount as the streaming service Dexter is on. My controller can once again haunt me.
Alright, you get over here, Mr. Spider. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. Is picking the right eyebrows really that frustrating?
No. Before Dexter conveniently takes the place of a nice merc who looks just like him.
I'm a chair.
The only downside of copying Dexter Resurrection's Season 1 plot is this V fellow seemed to be a good talkative individual, helping people he would respect, even if it puts himself in danger. But the perk of not being seen as myself can help me satisfy my dark passenger while also not getting caught, as the code that I follow, no matter how skewed it is rather important to me and I cannot deviate from it. Try and lie about why I'm back in town,
Atlanta didn't turn out like you expected, huh?
and immediately get put into a situation. Thankfully, the local cops only threaten us with words instead of jail time, and this new man of the La Passion variety becomes quick friends with Dexter, training him to be a merc of Night City. Dex can do the lockpicking, and Jackie can feed me gigs that help justify my code. So with each scav getting a not so fun for me death, stealth takedowns are going to be allowed mostly because if someone isn't worth killing, they can just be put to sleepy sleepy. My other form of damage is going to be my dark passenger mitts, and throwing knives without the throwing. I myself don't remember a Dexter YY faking no-scope with a knife in the show, but I do allow throwing the knives just to take care of cameras, because again, trying really hard not to get caught. And while I know that Dexter used more than knives and fists throughout the show, if I used other weapons he's used, it would be like only using a random pistol for a Doom Guy run, or like trying to put that boot into the ass of a friend that really needs it. It's not really going to fit. See what the Marvel Rivals community and short creators have done to my enjoyment of Marvel Rivals, but not you, AG Sterling, you did a good job. I miss watching your shorts. But with my fake passenger no longer at bay, or harbor, or butcher, Jackie and I can split up. As tonight's the night, someone will see the side of me that I hide from the rest of the world. Before we cut to Dexter getting a colonoscopy or something, I can then do the job that kicks off this weird season of Dexter, which also starts with seeing a cop who I'm pretty sure gets put into the handcuffs instead of putting them on somebody. Dexter can meet Dexter, trying to get me and Jackie into some better jobs. Taking care of worse people, we get hired for the heist of a chip that contains all of the Bay Harbor Butcher's killings, but in BD form. It's over. They know.
Oh, this looks cool. Oh, but it's another visual novel. Oh, but it looks cool. Ah, and it's free. Ah.
Oh, my steak comes with this fucking buttery lobster. Oh, and the steak's juicy. Oh,
Got even juicier and even butterier. Butter.
It's also now I get to touch on the NCPD crime tracker to make sure that the people I'm fighting can actually be killed and follow my code. Meaning I won't need to be like Detective Claudette to be able to find out if someone is ready for plastic. Man, imagine wearing headphones and listening to things. We should talk about that. As thank this video being sponsored by Raycon, instead of having some headphones that block out the world around you while working out, walking around, or doing whatever the kids are up to these days. With Raycon's Bone Conduction Headphones offer your audio, you're easily able to hear the world around you, and the headphones themselves will stay on nice and tight despite whatever head movements you try to do. And I'll be honest, and I mean like honest, not like pretend sponsor honest, I didn't think the whole vibration thing would work to be able to hear the world and whatever you want to listen to at the same time, but it has actually turned into my new go-to headphones. And honestly, the off-ear audio and them fitting so well is what did it for me, and the 13 hours of battery life, as well as being waterproof, meaning that you can recreate any sad rain scene of your choice, or in the shower, just to show it off.
I kind of don't wanna. I kind of don't. I kind of don't want to just get in the shower. Okay, that's enough. I didn't bring a towel, no!
Is more of just a bonus. And today, you just hit the jackpot. Meaning if you're looking for good quality without breaking the bank, the Bone Conduction Headphones are the perfect addition to your fitness routine. Go to buyraycon.com/LarsBurritoBC to get 15% off. Thanks Raycon for sponsoring. And of course, thanks to them, like I do with every sponsor, the video also has no middle ads. So, enjoy. And now that I'm locked in, Dexter Morgan... What? Okay. Dexter Morgan walks up to someone looking into the stolen shipment we need for our little mission. And while tonight's the night, I get clocked across the face, like every kid who chooses the center first on tic-tac-toe should have been. Thanks to either my ability with blonde ladies, or her being desperate, we can actually get her on our side, where we don't need to pay for the bot. And if anything were to happen with Maelstrom, she makes it known that she would be able to cover it up. And while Jackie already knows that if you're getting something for free, you're most likely the product, Dexter gets to learn this lesson today, as using the chip from Blonde Lady cooks the entirety of Maelstrom's building, and we now need to fight our way out. Jackie is able to get the first people themselves? There's two? And I run into a little bit of a problem following the rules of my NCPD scanner. Someone who's worthy of going under my knife can be in the same room of a quote-unquote criminal that's the equivalent of that dog with the propeller hat and big lollipop. Even worse, when stealth is a thing of the past, I need to find the people that need a good unaliving, and making sure everyone who isn't gets knocked down instead of actually killed. Something you can still do in regular combat, as long as they go down with a yellow diamond appearing. And most of the time when they're actually down, we'll be rolling on the ground like a child once their 6-7 gets taken away. What does that even mean? While being the Bay Harbor Butcher, I can do a quick James Stokes. Man, for someone who says he doesn't like Fallout New Vegas, you sing a lot of Fallout New Vegas songs.
I never said that the music was bad. And I didn't say I don't like New Vegas. I just said that I think it's overhyped.
You heavily implied that you hate New Vegas with all of
I
the
don't
fiber
hate
of
it.
being.
It's just overhyped.
And with a surprising amount of evil people not doing much evil. Slander. You guys are so lame. Fucking kill somebody. We can both take out the bads and let the good sleep.
Harry's first rule was don't get emotionally involved. I think this is why.
Finding the first man who sees sheets of plastic wrap in his future.
What is it with you and rape? No one's raping anyone. Killing, on the other hand.
15 homicides. Yeah, this is a bad guy, I think. I think this guy could die, I guess.
And while our first attempt goes Dexter up, with a sneaky attempt under my belt, I can uncover his weakness of taking damage, as well as sitting behind as much cover as needed before he goes back into cooldown mode. Since he's not really the brightest killer in my slide collection, he at least finds himself on a table to make the next part very simple for me. The deal with the blonde makes Dexter Morgan not caught. Find out I'm not the only person that does a few murders. The way they just be killing it on the dance floor! I'm thankfully able to do what I'm good at. Not talking to ladies with dyed hair, no, that's a Herculean task. What the fuck did I write? The nice lady who is hiring Jackie and I need us to steal the Bay Harbor chip. I get to see footage of me when someone is in my loving plastic wrap.
You look like a
And with my forensic skills, I can easily find and confirm what's on the chip, and the cool place it's going to be located. Jackie and I are pretty much ready for what should be a going in, going out job, and since the diner lady has been stiffing me on good outfits, I rate a much cooler person. It's a human thing. Damn, that's a nice outfit. Oh my goodness, this is the fucking coolest bitch in all of Night City. I wish I was you, but with less wrinkles on my forehead. Before we go over the simple plan, we deal with the LarsBurrito struggle.
Dude, I was just thinking earlier about how if you were a woman, I'd date you.
Dude, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd be a fucking billionaire. That's crazy.
Disguise our way into the plaza that has a name that makes my brain want to say it in an Asian accent. And when our robot has a pleasant stay, we can get into the weird collector's room and easily steal the evidence that could mark me as the butcher. But since I wasn't the one getting to do the planning, things end up going a bit sideways. What had gone from an easy job has turned into me not only finding the person I really want to give that Night City plunge, but with my biggest fan doing the worst job of doing what I do. The building is now locking down as they're looking for the killer, and Jackie and I need to escape. And since I don't want to go down for a kill that wasn't mine, we need to jump away from danger and do my least favorite thing in any video game, which is basically Skyrim Stealth Archer, but in a game with actually fun and enjoyable combat, meaning I'm missing out on fun and enjoyable combat. The stealth isn't optional, as Arasaka keeps the crimes of its people under wraps, and I can't confirm if these people are worth the kill. Additionally, I also can't let myself get caught, and while a few saves are reloaded, Jackie and I can escape as undetected as possible. And while someone's prying eyes still meet my gaze, that's with a Z, not a Y, we can take down the drones before they fully spot us. But unfortunately, La Passion is La passing out. Another innocent person that dies trying to save, protect, or get in my way. My dark passenger has claimed another innocent, and while my real human side is showing itself, the wrong Dexter gets his kill. And it turns out tonight was the night for someone else. Before the pulse, that's a start. What a concept. I fucking, dude, the guy who sent me that video, you know who you are, and I hate you. We try and drag our way out of the shit. What a concept. We try and drag our way out of the junkyard I was tossed into before getting saved by the man who shot me. But even now, I know I'll be the Dexter on the top. Oh, well. I bet the fearmongers wish that happened to those cruise ships, huh? But this nice Japanese fellow can take me back to my doctor. And while he can fix me physically, after some sleep, it turns out mentally, I'm so far in the pits that I have new hallucinations to monologue to. A crow man of the past that lived a Night City life. Someone that I kind of feel connected to. And while me and him may not be on the best of terms, since I can't spend all of my time inside, I suit up for a meeting outdoors. With the man who saved me. He ate them. With the man who saved me. And needs me to help him get Arasaka back on top by taking the real killer down. And even returning the chip to get it back into the database that I'm told is filled with Bay Harbor Butcher information. It's over. And while I don't fully plan to do such a thing, I do think I can get some information on how to take this database down if we both work together. Even if the ghost of Christmas Past isn't too happy. Before Diner Lady jump scare.
Damn, lady, you could be wearing like a little bit more clothes. I think that is wow. Okay. Solid like 5 out of 10. Mostly because it's a good concept. You just kind of ruined all of it. But good try. Keep it up. You know, you're doing better. Just keep it up. Keep it up.
My plan is simple. I first need to find out who Evelyn was working with, to find out why they needed the chip, meaning it's to my least favorite place. Find Lake Cyberware that, if it isn't in the next game, I'll be a little sad. Easily get information from Judy from being calm and polite about what I need Evelyn for, and with this information, it's time to
Wait. Just let me know how she's doing. Okay?
On my way to use this information, I get stopped by Jackie's mother, And since I need to play the part of a grieving friend, I show up and do my best to take part in his ofrenda. As I find out, for the first time in my time of playing Cyberpunk, you can actually give more than just the alcohol. White woman jump scare 2. And give off the best speech a monster like myself can give. I was also gonna write in a "one good man leaves us, but a bad one finds his way out too" kind of bit, as a murderer was at the funeral. But after doing my best to follow this guy, the game just tells me no, as I can't do damage to him, as well as his car and himself going bye-bye. And because of that, my dark passenger really needs some good eats. And while I'd like to take out these harassing men, rule 1 of the code is don't get caught. My silly mind friend keeps egging me on to do bad things. Before we suit back up to go to the pleasure spot, that brings me about as much pleasure as watching a slop YouTube short, so I make sure to sneak inside, find someone that lets me calm down my dark passenger just a touch, and thanks to finding evidence of Evelyn actually being here recently, I can sneak my way to the boss of this not so nice location. He can just give me the information I want, despite how long he takes to get to the chase. My inner self tries to give me some doubt, which also makes my dark passenger a bit more upset, but we still push on keeping it under control. Evelyn's friend just helps me talk to that doctor I was told about, who leads me on another goose chase of finding the snuff film producer who took her. I'm able to buy a film made by the same people, and after watching it, and thanks of knowing the brand of Cubanos and donuts these people were getting, I know the power plant they must be working out of. But for whatever reason, this place seems to be filled with the blackest of sheep in the family of murder. I once again need to keep it slow and sneaky, still not wanting to get caught. Even if we are doing much more stealth than a LarsBurrito would like, before even my brain friend tells me that these guys have to be assholes. But either way, I save my boss, and get called a monster that shouldn't be a person that works with people by my inner mind demon, before getting to work with Judy on finding my boss's boss. I can call a man that also shares my enjoyment of privacy, and he'll look into finding said boss's boss when he can. Before Takamura says his friend can help, I let them yell it out as I focus on Cat.
You will bring death to your door.
And with that quickly falling through, to keep Takamura happy, I go to Wakako, who owes me heavily, getting us the information Takamura really wanted, and he lets this information be his hyperfixation for the next few days. Sorry, trains. He's over you. And it turns out Mr. House is as fast as a horse with getting this information to me. I can go to the church to meet the new people I'll be working for. They're about as nice as a rich kid in the 2000s movies, and just about as situationally aware. But this allows me to grab something that will very much help in my not throwing knife lifestyle. A butcher's cleaver. Making me feel much more complete. Getting to vent about my painful life.
Because I'm a straight white male, they honestly just hate me. Isn't that right, black man?
I've been hired to look deeper into some hacking trouble that they've gotten into, and since the animals are unfortunately animals of not plastic-worthy killings, I need to do some more Skyrim stealth archering. Outside of one man who really needs to get chopped and placed into some trash bags.
What the fuck is this game?
My true Bay Harbor pizza slicer comes out in full effect, and have become so strong that I get to reference a song that I don't know that well, and turn a man into a box. And even though I should stay sneaky, Matilda is up there in terms of the people that need to get put under. And since I'm stealthing, I get to tug on her strings and properly blow out her back. And she should have brought more than her fists to this knife fight, getting to put her down even though she doesn't take it too well. I have a small what do I do moment, as this guy doesn't fit the code. And if I help him, he also takes out some not killers. But, from Dexter's point of view, I'm just doing a quick use of my advanced jujitsu. And the people that hired me are the ones that put him in the ground. And while my ghost obviously tells me I'm stupid for falling for that, I can use a bit of that Dexter rage, and since the reason for their killings is because Netwatch had already gotten some of their group, it kinda seems fair and something that Dexter wouldn't be too upset about. I can find out the chip was needed, as they are using a loving moment from the Bay Harbor Butcher's history to find his late wife. Meaning, Rita is in the net, send help. She's found out about what I've done, and after a few fibs of trying to get better, she said she can help me absorb Arasaka's files if I find her a way inside. My dark side keeps trying to tell me about this not being a good idea, but it's back to Takamura, needing to make sure he thinks I'm fine working with him. Get to finally fully scope a place out before charging in headfirst. The cat's the cat, before I can sneak my way into the warehouse and hack the float that Takamura's boss will be riding. The first stealth is easy, the second looks very, very realistic, before I can break the security down and leave the way I came in, still being fully hidden the whole time. And since I have no other leads, try and find the maker of the Bay Harbor chip, paying the best fixer in town for the information, and while waiting for it, we suit up. As my next side job is one Jotaro. While he isn't a straight up murderer, and more is just the reason people keep dying, I take the time to sneak into the place he calls home. And instead of killing him on sight, the game says I'm taking him to the mock to take care of him. Personally, I think this is just one of the few kills that happens off screen, but we can assume happens in a killing room. And by the time I'm finished, this fixer is ready to give me my information. Hellman is getting some special treatment by a group called King Tao, and the one spot he won't be safe is outside of the city, and the only person who can help me get him is one Nomad Pan Am, a bossy, angry woman who needs help getting back a failed job. And also, I'd never really found a good spot to say it, but the only real cyberware I allowed this run was armor, because Dexter something plot armor. Pan Am actually had a good idea, being to get the drop on the people who stole from her. And while I doesn't go fully to plan, needing to fist the person who has the keys due to her being a somewhat almost okay person, before driving off in the car and getting Pan Am picked up later. She still wants even more revenge. I allow it, as I love seeing a woman with some killing spunk. It's such a... maybe I changed that word. I make sure to take out the actual killers, and Pan Am takes out most of the sheep following the crowd. But I take out the last few, like the shepherd that could. Pan Am gets her payout, we celebrate, and after some rest, Pan Am and I can attend to my needs. And after I stalk and catch a Fury CEO...
Bah!
Bah.
There he is.
Hi.
LarsBurrito.
Hi. We take over a power plant, which we use to make a rather big boom that takes down the aircraft Hellman should be on. Pan Am catches a stray while two men come up with the greatest idea of all time. I want a playable BD where it's just a guy eating a sandwich.
I want a BD where it's me and I'm eating a sandwich. And I can taste the sandwich.
Pan Am's people are hurt, and while she herself can't help, it's Dextering time as I Morgan all over the place, thanks to robots not being people. Save Mitch at the cost of Pan Am taking out the driver, and while they get back up, I sneak to the gas station my prize was taken to. And while I do sneaking that isn't really needed, as even when entering a room nearby, a bomb seems to go off right as I enter, and take Hellman to as close to a killing room as we can see in this entire run. I mostly do it just to scare him into giving me the information I need, as I need to confirm Arasaka has copies of the chip. But I hand him off to Takamura to keep him on my good side, and my ghost mind guy starts to think I'm wasting my time, while I breathe just a little too much air.
Wish you could use the flathead in other missions for things, but in a cooler way, maybe.
Those and the hover boots.
Well, you're gonna love this mod pack, Lars.
Sorry.
Bro breathed too hard.
I breathed in a little bit too much air.
Oh no, he got fresh air. Call the police. call the doctor.
Call the police, what are they gonna do? And get to see someone who thinks they are the shit, before finally getting that much needed call from Pan Am.
Reaction commentary, I guess,
Yeah.
is what I mean when I talk about reaction.
Because when I think Pan Am, yeah. Sorry, when I think of like she once again needs help getting the clan back together. Saul, the leader, was taken away, so Pan Am and I drive up to save him. Fury roleplays as my father when I finally come out.
You're not gay. You just haven't had good pussy yet.
While playing Sneaky takes years off my actual life, we can secretly go in and save Saul and get him out safely. Pan Am and I can enjoy some sleep, so much in fact that the Dexter Morgan strikes again. My rocker boy is now a jealous boy, and while getting ready for the heist with Takamura, Pan Am once again needs a certain killer of cereal. But this time isn't about sneaking. Pan Am, some Nomad vets, and myself are stealing a train. to later steal a tank. And after some silent film flirting, once again, since this is stolen by Militech, I can't really confirm crimes. So I mostly let the Aldecaldos get this done for us. But with the tank ours, I can see how anyone would react after someone makes fun of them for stuttering once. And once I help build the damn thing, we take it out for a test spin to confirm that it works, before finding out that Family Guy might have been talking about me with this whole sex on TV thing. But the only thing to get busted is us, by the rival clan, who's literally not in a tank. Like, we're literally in a tank and you're not. What did you think was gonna happen? Us saving the day gets Panam into a leader position, and she said she owes me one for all the help. But for now, it's time to help Takamura. My job is to sneak up and clear 3 snipers, and to unplug the person watching cameras, before Takamura's friend comes in to end me. Something that doesn't really work, after Dexter Morgan learned how to parry. Doing so well, I get the red guy to hit a T-pose, and after knocking him out so he can't interfere, Takamura can still fail me, by not telling me this whole time he had horse tranquilizers. And trying to talk to the mean lady gets us a mean punishment. And despite us not working well together, I run up to save Takamura. I'm not really sure why, now that I'm writing the script, but I guess I saw him as somewhat good and didn't want him killed needlessly. But we can escape. I can get a ghost scolding. Kinda miss when it was my ghost dad talking to me. Or even Deb. And get the message to meet Hanako. I spend one more story beat with Panam, and with Hanako spilling the beans that Mikoshi is real, and where she holds the Bay Harbor records, I need to take it down. Lying to her, telling her I'll meet up and help her with her Arasaka problems. With my mind fully made up, I cash in that favor from Panam, even if I get a talking to.
You scared me, you know that.
Save me!
The plan is weirdly simple. I confirm with Rita that you can wipe the data if inserted into Mikoshi, get the color blue, as it tastes better than Ki, and try and keep Panam and the clan calm about breaking her way into Arasaka. It starts with taking out a lot of robots with a tank, and getting to break into a not fully made Militech warehouse, getting to clear any reinforcements that get sent, and getting to stay and watch something I don't think I'm meant to watch.
I don't think I was intended to see that part. What are you doing back there, buddy? Gonna sit there, taking lumps? What are we doing?
Drilling and sneaking underneath Arasaka is easy. Rita turns out to be the biggest killer on the run, and she wipes everyone who had Arasaka access. Well, almost everyone. As one last man runs in, eager to be on my table, giving me the most perfect and unfortunate proof I'd ever need. The power scaling in this fight does not go crazy. I'm not sure why man with knife versus a tank of a man is the fight of hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. This boss room gives me room to avoid bullets. Smasher is slow enough that I can dodge and heal when needed, and even needing to bare fist all the backup dancers he sends, I still have no issue timing the times I'm allowed to attack. As well as later in the fight, he always moves too much and attacks so little that there's no way for him to ever be near enough damage to kill me. And while this man gets to be his own table, and with the bad feeling of Jackie's death still haunting me, leave the Dark Passenger behind once again, I move out of Night City with Panam, in hopes to find a better place to try and adjust, proving that, yes, you can beat Cyberpunk 2077 as Dexter Morgan. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, show your support however you see fit. Thanks again to the members as well as any of my subs. Don't forget the sub goals. We hate better help people. Don't forget. And I don't say it enough, but if you have any other run ideas, leave them down below. And of course, not as always.
What the fuck is this game?